Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, doctor. My name is Fikran Shah Muhammad Natsir, and here I would like to present my reflection for each of the tasks that already, each of the tasks in our network communication project. So for the first task, the task one, which is the floor planning task, here we need to create a floor plan based on our case study. For me, my thoughts on this task is quite challenging and maybe fun. It is a proof that we, as a computer science student, don't do all of those mathematics or all of those logical computation. We also need to have a good, not good maybe, just a basic designing skill in order to have a good floor plan. So here our imagination, our creativity is being tested on this part. So for the next task is the task 2, which is the requirement analysis. So in order to analyze our requirement of the projects, we need to make 10 questions. For for me, this part is helpful for further understanding the project. So we can we can understand more about the detail that needed for our project, like what what kind of network security, what that we need to have, what kind of you know types of routers, maybe a more understanding on local area network LAN, and then how to connect the office, the room in on the second floor, and then what types of transmission rate, and many of those. And then continue to the task 3. For the task 3, we determine the devices that we are going to use. So we do the research on many devices like routers, switch, and maybe an access point. So here is our fixed devices. In my reflection here, it is actually a lot of devices that already been in the market there and all of those each have a different specification and different purpose. So it is our job to determine the devices that we need based on our function and then based on our budget as well. So yes, basically this task is to money management our to test our manage test money management skills. So and then we continue to the task 4, which is the work areas. So here we need to identify our work areas. For our floor plan, we have 3 work areas which the connection has been determined. After we do the connection determining, we then did the vertical scaling and then vertical cabling and then horizontal cabling. And then after cabling parts, we did the length calculation of the cable and then decide the types of cable that we want to use. I think this task is help us to understand where and how to put all the devices and cable for our floor plan. So for the last task, which is the task 5, is the IP addressing parts. Here we need to address the IP address, and then create subnets for each different rooms and labs in our building. We also determine the number of hosts from the connection and the network range of each subnet. This task help us a lot for a further understanding about the implementation of a subnet in a network connection. So I think that's all for me. Thank you, Doctor. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.